Have you ever been like me? In the morning, I only needed a few sprigs of green onions for my scrambled eggs, only to find the whole bunch wilted, soggy, and smelling awful in the refrigerator. Hello, it's great to see you again on the Clever Tricks channel. Until a 5-star chef with 17 years of experience revealed a super simple trick to keep green onions crisp, fragrant, and green all year round. And today, I'll share these easy tips with you. The best part is, no expensive refrigerator needed, no preservatives, just a few familiar things in your kitchen. Since applying this method, I haven't had to throw away a single bunch of green onions. Let's get started. I have created subtitles in multiple languages. Please select your preferred language. Comment below and let me know which country you are watching from. It's amazing that we can connect from all around the world. First, prepare a large bowl of water. Add 1 tablespoon of baking soda, stir until dissolved, then add the green onions. Soak for about 7 to 10 minutes. Green onions sold in markets are often sprayed with chemicals to make them look greener. Eating too much can cause nausea or even diarrhea. Soaking with baking soda helps wash away and remove most of the remaining chemicals. After soaking, gently rinse each stalk. Green onions are often also sprayed with a fungicide called Bordeaux mixture. If sprayed heavily, you can see dark green spots on the leaves with the naked eye. Change the water and rinse 1 to 2 more times to ensure complete cleanliness. Where are you from? It's great that we're connected from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you for your support. After the green onions have been thoroughly washed and drained, proceed to cut them in half. It's such a joy that we're connecting from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for your support. You can cut the green onions into 2 parts, the white root and the green leaves, or cut them in half lengthwise depending on your preference. Cutting them in half makes them more compact, easier to store in the refrigerator, and convenient to use in portions without having to open them multiple times. Next, wrap each small bunch of green onions tightly with plastic wrap. When wrapping, be careful not to wrap too tightly to avoid bruising the onions, but also not too loosely to prevent air from getting inside. If the onions are still slightly damp, you should add a thin layer of paper towels inside before wrapping. The paper towels will help absorb excess moisture. This is very important because high humidity is the main reason onions spoil quickly. Next, place the wrapped scallions in the refrigerator's crisper drawer, preferably the vegetable compartment, where the temperature is stable and there's less risk of bumping. This way, the scallions can stay fresh for about 5 to 7 days, the leaves remaining green, not slimy or having any strange odor. When using, simply unwrap the portion you need and immediately rewrap the rest to continue preserving. Small notes: do not wash the scallions after wrapping and storing them. If the paper towel inside is wet, replace it with a fresh one to prevent the scallions from spoiling quickly. Check the scallions after a few days. If any stalks are soft, remove them immediately to prevent them from affecting the others. Next, pick and wash the scallions, then drain them. Cut the scallions according to your needs and place them in a clean bowl. Add the scallions to the bowl and mix with 2 to 3 tablespoons of cooking oil. Scoop the onion and oil mixture into each ice cube tray. Then place the tray in the freezer. You can cut it into pieces for stir-frying or chop it finely like this to sprinkle on the dish after it's finished. Preparing it in advance like this saves a lot of time. When cooking, you just take it out and use it right away. After chopping them, I put all the scallions into a clean glass jar. I don't fill the jar completely. I always leave about 2 to 3 centimeters at the top so the onions have room to breathe. Now, I pour olive oil over the onions until they are completely covered. This layer of oil helps limit the onion's exposure to air, so the green onions retain their green color, tenderness, and freshness for days without drying out or losing their aroma. What I like most about this method is its convenience. With just one small jar, I can use it for so many dishes, saving preparation time and making cooking quicker and easier. After use, simply close the lid tightly and put it back in the refrigerator. For me, this is a very effective way to preserve green onions. Because I've thrown away so much scallion before, whenever scallions are cheap, I always do it this way. You only need to prepare it once, and it will last a long time. I've already cut the scallions like this, so it's very convenient to make a large batch and store it for later use. Now, I spread the onions in a very thin layer in the air fryer, making sure they are evenly distributed like this. Then I started drying at 90 degrees. After about 10 minutes, I opened the pot and gently stirred once to ensure the onions dried evenly. After stirring, I continue drying for another 3 to 5 minutes. It shouldn't be longer because onions burn very easily. When the time was up, once cooled, a gentle squeeze will reveal that the onions are dry, light, and crispy. Now I put all the dried scallions into a clean glass jar. Then I closed the jar lid tightly. I'm always careful at this step because if you put the onions in the jar while they're still warm, the moisture trapped inside will cause them to spoil faster. Having a jar of dried green onions like this in the kitchen is incredibly convenient. Just sprinkle a little on scrambled eggs or baked potatoes, and the dish instantly becomes much more flavorful. For me, this is the most economical way to use them when green onions are cheap. Prepare them once and you'll have them all year round, convenient and completely waste-free. Preservation with foil. Choose fresh, green, unwilted green onions. Remove the stems and wilted yellow leaves. It's such a joy that we're connecting from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for your support. Take the foil and cut it into pieces long enough to wrap around the base of the green onion. Wrap the base of the onion, the root, and about 2 to 3 centimeters of the lower stem with foil, but do not wrap it too tightly so that the leaves are not squeezed. The foil helps limit the evaporation of water from the base, preventing the base from wilting. Leave the top leaves straight. Do not wrap to avoid suffocation. Do not wrap the leaves, helping the leaves maintain their shape. Place the green onions upright in a jar or zip bag with the base wrapped in foil facing down. Put them in the refrigerator's vegetable compartment, away from ethylene-producing fruits. Check periodically, remove wilted or yellow leaves so as not to affect the fresh part. Store them in the refrigerator's vegetable compartment for about 7 to 10 days. This is a very simple and effective tip for preserving fresh green onions in the short term. It is especially suitable when you want to keep the onion roots fresh but still leave the top leaves intact. When combined with a jar, zip bag, or glass of water, the effect is enhanced, helping green onions stay fresh longer. How do you usually preserve green onions? Are there any other ways? Please share in the comments. I'd love to learn from you. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel so I can bring you more useful tips. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. How to preserve green onions for 2 years.